without further ado, we're raking with Jake without Jake today. But 4-1 last week, as I mentioned, 8-2 overall. Michael, I don't have them in front of me, but could you just kind of go through one by one and let's get these out of the way, and that way I know what to bet on as soon as we get off the air.
Yeah. So starting off his first pick, he's taking Clemson to go play against NC State and cover the 14.5-point spread. Clemson had an off week this past week. North Carolina State, I forget who they played now. I think it was a closer game than it should have been. Clemson is at home for this game, and he is taking the Tigers to beat the Wolfpack in this game.
The Wolfpack, Clemson minus 14.5 over the NC State Wolfpack. I actually like that pick, and I've already put it in myself. So if you can get that number at minus 14.5, Clemson over NC State. I think what this is we, had kind of a false read on NC State, and they may not be the team that everybody thought they were, even with McCall at quarterback, who was lighting it up at his previous destination. But unfortunately, I don't know. Clemson also doesn't appear to be that team, but then again, they might have found something after playing Georgia. So, yeah, Clemson minus 14.5 is the first pick of the week. We got 4 more to go. What's that second one?
Yeah, so the second one, he is taking Oregon State minus 5.5. I don't have it here in front of me. I forget who they are playing now.
Oregon State is. I don't have. I'm on SEC. I don't know who Oregon State plays. Either way, okay. So Oregon State just lost by like 1 million to Oregon because that was my upset pick of the week, and they let me down in like the worst way ever because Oregon was playing like hot dog water the first 2 weeks, and then the moment I choose them to get upset, they decide to play like the Oregon we all know, and it was against my Oregon State Beavers. Made me look like really stupid. But other than that, he's picking Oregon State to bounce back and cover the spread against. Did you figure out who they're playing?
Purdue is who they're playing.
Purdue. Just got that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, Purdue's also really, really bad. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. Oregon State minus 5.5.
I do kind of feel bad for Purdue though because they caught Notre Dame after they got embarrassed by Northern Illinois. They just caught a Notre Dame team that was in a bad mood.
No, I don't feel bad for Purdue. Purdue's like owned us in like basketball and in football and in that's it actually. But either way, like I don't feel bad for Purdue at all, and I hope Oregon State beats them by like 30. So yeah, I'm cool with it. All right, I'm feeling really good about these first two.
Yeah, so this one, BYU money line against Kansas State, and
that's an upset.
I like this right here because I took BYU last week as my upset pick and won that one. I've talked to a BYU guy that is in the College Huddle with us, and I kind of asked for some insight on that BYU.
Oh, so you're cheating. Week. Thank you for letting me know that you're cheating. You're getting inside information from other folks to get that pick in. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. See, I don't do that. I don't go to my brethren over at like Go Hogs 24/7. No, that's fair. All right. I'm listening.
Listen, no, I didn't ask for any insight on the game itself. I asked how he felt about the game, and he said that he felt decent about it. And he came back to me later. He said, "So was that your pick?" I said, "Yeah," and they won it for me. I'm not going to him about this game, but the fact that Jake likes it, I think I like it as well. Kansas State did not have a good day yesterday.
They almost got beat by Tulane 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, I like that. BYU money line is the third one. That's 3 really good ones, man. I'm telling you, Jake is raking. I'm raking with Jake. He's raking. Let's keep it going. What's that fourth pick?
I absolutely love this one. South Alabama coming off a 87-7 victory.
That's so disrespectful. And people want to get mad at us for running it up to 70. But South Alabama scoring 80-something points on that team was just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they're a 7.5-point favorite in this game. I think the only reason this line isn't bigger is because it is at Appalachian State. And App State is a decent team.
But they're not the same App State. But they're not the same App State.
Exactly.
which is why I think I really like this pick as well. South Alabama minus 7.5 at the moment, but again, you got to jump on these quick. Yeah, App State's not showing me that. I mean, Clemson, I think, just ran them by like 60, if not 40. I think it was maybe Clemson scored 60, but either way, it was pretty easy going. App State's not that same team that kind of is that upset likely type App State team. Now, South Alabama isn't a Power 5 Division I Power 5 team, so like obviously that upset factor is not really there for App State anyways. But yeah, I like South Alabama minus 7.5 over App State.
Yeah, but you also remember this is a South Alabama team that traveled to Oklahoma State last year and knocked them off 31-7. So
no, South Alabama is a freaking good team. Like, and I want to know. I think I know the head coach down there, but I'm blanking on it. But he's a really good, solid head coach, and he's been really solid down there for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah. So Jake's last pick of the week.
Last pick.
It is Florida and Mississippi State. The under 57.5 in this game. And I'll say this. This game can go one of two ways because both of these teams are bad. This game could absolutely be a 24-21 slobber knocker football game, or with how bad the defenses are, this could be an absolute running up the score 50-49 ball game, something like that. But I think that Jake is right on this one. It's going to be more of this really low scoring game because both offenses just struggle. So I love this under 57.5.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think, I might jinx him here, but I'm loving these picks. Like, could we have our first undefeated week here? Like Florida versus Mississippi State under. I agree with that. I don't know if I really trust those defenses that much to do that, but I think I just don't trust the offenses enough to hit the over. So, I'm feeling pretty good.
A little reminder. I mean, Jake is 8-2 overall in his first 2 weeks with us, and until he has a couple of weeks where maybe we struggle, maybe he struggles some, I'm gonna keep raking with Jake on this one. I mean, he's making some money, but like Skylar said, you have to jump on these early because the lines move, and also make sure that you bet responsibly. The hotline number is right here on the screen, 1-800-889-9789. Please do not bet money that you don't have. Bet responsibly. And if you do have a gambling problem, please call the hotline. We're going to have this on the screen every time we do this segment. Just kind of saves us, but also, we do know that gambling is a problem. And, we got to make sure that everyone does the sports betting and any gambling in general safely.
If I can leave a tip for somebody that's kind of fresh into sports betting, which I also check what state you're in. It can be illegal in some states. It is legal here in Tennessee. But a tip that I can give, let's just say you start with a $20 deposit and you bet $20 on your games. Your account balance is going to be zero, right? Until you get those winnings back if you win. If you win back that $20, deposit it back in your account. And then the remainder, if you have it, use that as play money. And then you got nothing to really stress about, whatnot. But so many people, you could win $300, right, on a crazy bet. You went crazy, right? And you never deposit that money back into your account, and then you lose that $300 because you thought you could spend it all. And that's when that itch to just keep putting money back into your account. Don't do that, guys. Make sure if y'all do hit that big win, which if you're raking with Jake, you're going to, definitely put the money back into your account. So, like, technically you want to stay even. If not, obviously you want to put money in there to make some money if you can get that lucky, which, again, if you're raking with Jake, we're 8-2. We're making money. So do that. That way you're not putting yourself in any bind whatsoever. Matt comes in and says, I would bet on me not calling that hotline number. What's the over-under on that? Is it like a half?
I mean, Matt.
No, for sure.
I mean, Matt, you do you do you on that one.
I'm just trying to give some folks some tips because they can, in a real hurry, they could put $20 on that thing, right? Lose it all. And then the very next weekend, they do it again. And then they realize that and these are small bets. There's people that out there that bet a little bit larger than I do. But they could find themselves putting in $200 a month on this and then realizing they can't make a payment on something a lot more important than having some fun on a weekend for betting games. So please be responsible with this. This is made to have fun. We will have some losing weeks. Or maybe not. I don't know. Jake's killing it. So just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page with that. And we're having a great time with it. So